All right, you guys, the day is finally here. The highly anticipated ending of a trilogy, but not anticipated for reasons you might think, mostly because everybody hated the first two installments. So, of course, I'm talking about Strangers Chapter 3. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm kind of excited to go tonight. I don't know if it's because it's Thursday and I usually don't check out the preview nights before things drop on Fridays. Usually I do go on Tuesdays. So I don't know if I'm just jazzed up to be going to the movies on a night that I don't normally go. But also I am just a big fan of The Strangers in general. Like, the first Strangers movie was one of the scariest fucking movies I've ever seen, especially seeing it as a young teenager. It freaked me the fuck out and it stayed with me ever since. So I don't know if I'm just feeling bittersweet about seeing the final chapter of a Strangers trilogy, even though I haven't really liked the trilogy so far. I will say I have slightly seen some of the trailer for this third movie. I didn't really want to watch it. I kind of just wanted to go in blind and see what happened. But it looked kind of fucking cool. I mean, it seems like there's going to be some really fucking cool kills in there. And it seems like Madeline's character might actually even be joining the Strangers. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but it seems like hopefully they might be at least trying to do something fucking cool for this final installment. But I guess the only question now is, will this movie actually be good? And does it have the potential to save the trilogy? I guess I won't know until I check it out. So it's time to head to the movies to see whether or not this thing is going to be just another unnecessary disappointment. Here we go. All right, so I just left the theater, and that means that the curtain has finally closed on this new Strangers trilogy. And I guess that means it's time to answer the burning question that you guys are all wanting to know. Was this movie good? Was the final story actually strong enough to save this franchise and make it worthwhile? And to that, I gotta say, hell fucking no. Now, I will say that of the three of these movies, this was by far the most bloodiest, the most meanest, the most entertaining, and the most original of them all. But with the stain of those other two movies hovering off in the distance, this didn't even come close to making this trilogy something that ever should have existed in the first place. There was still so much wrong with this movie and so much that I didn't like, but it honestly wasn't as offensively bad and worthless as the other two were. The story did start to go off in ways where I was sitting there thinking like, no, there's no fucking way this could happen. They're not gonna do this, right? There's no way anybody would believe this would ever happen. But honestly, with a trilogy like this, you just don't know what fucking decision they're gonna make. It's safe to say though that despite that, I do actually think that they tried to make the best ending for this trilogy that they could. And I think they just pretty much didn't want people to be standing up and screaming at the screen at the end of the movie. And I will say I did stay comfortably seated. So yeah, if you've already put in the pain and suffering for those other two movies, I think you owe it to yourself to at least check out this final chapter and get the closure that you deserve. But if you're gonna do that, don't bother seeing it this weekend. Just wait till Discount Tuesday.